Alrighty, so we've got some DCSS here. 55 wins in the streak. This is the second game of the tournament for me. We're playing a Deep Dwarf Warper. A little bit silly, I suppose, to waste Deep Dwarf on Warper, which is a relatively strong start, believe it or not. The 5 Boomerangs of Dispersal and the Scroll of Blinking make it pretty survivable. However, it doesn't really... you pretty much have to be like a melee guy after that. So you could potentially find yourself in a situation where you're screwed if you use that Scroll of Blinking and it doesn't work out for you. In any event, I just kind of wanted to have a really easy, straightforward run after the Palintonga Wanderer. Just get this out of the way. Looks like we've started in a very bad entrance vault. Kind of wide open, you know. Is there a real simple way to even explain how a DCSS tournament works? At a high level, I suppose. It'd be pretty complicated if I got into specifics, but basically there are different categories where you do different things to get points. So streaking games is one. Having like a really fast win in real time is another. Having a really fast win as in short number of turns is another. Having the highest score is another, which is kind of based on turn count, but also based on how many runes you have. Basically, there's various categories that get you points. There are also two overarching categories of single player versus the clan points. So I'm not trying to win the tournament. I'm just getting streak points for my team so we can get first place. I've never been terribly interested in playing the single player part of the tournament because there's this Russian guy who, well, he might be Ukrainian, I'm not sure. His name is Yermak, and he plays... I'm convinced he might be a literal vampire because he just doesn't seem to need to sleep. Let's wear these boots. Okay, that's cool. Some AC right off the bat. Grab the arrows, grab the stones. We can throw stuff now. Grab the scroll. All right, we're really trucking now. We have some stuff. Oh, skills. I'm training stealth. I'm taking that to 2. As I usually do, because that's the number that you need to be at, to have about half of the things in the early game not be able to, well, if you run into like a priest or something, there's like a 50% chance of it not noticing you if you're in leather and you have 2 stealth. I picked axe. Ordinarily I'd take spear because spear is just like the optimal weapon due to its accuracy. But, yeah, 4 accuracy is about the best you can ask for. However, because this is a Deep Dwarf, I'm super strong, so I can afford to fool around a bit. There is one nerf to Deep Dwarves. Really a nerf to everybody. Which is that, basically, whoops, I just messed that up. You no longer get magic points for... You no longer get magic points for training evocations. Really, really lame. So it's going to make this somewhat more obnoxious to play. It's not going to be the worst thing in the world. It's just going to be annoying, that's all. Okay, we're going to walk like this. Unfortunately, this guy's shown up. Whoops! I don't want to use my boomerangs and waste them. I want to queue up my stones. Okay, we're going to walk up, kill this guy super fast. That was a little bit dangerous, but not too dangerous. Right, yeah, there you can go to the link there. Alright, we got our 2 stealth. Let's train fighting to 2, get to the break point. Notice I'm not healing, of course, because I am a Deep Dwarf. He's got a weapon. He's quivering 4 stones. Got him. Okay. Probably just take axes to like 4 at this point. Normally I don't train weapons this early, but I kind of get to be a little bit reckless with the Deep Dwarf. Because he's just so good. Should have thrown stuff at that rat. Whoops. is more stuff than I'd like to fight in a row. However, I am a deep dwarf, so I don't heal. So I might as well go for it anyway, you know? I'll just use my AF if need be to heal myself, since I'll need to anyway. This is more leopard geckos than I would have liked to have seen on D1, but we're like a super strong species, so it's not a big deal. We have a lot of resources, 3 scrolls, no potions yet. Poison darts, that's pretty cool. Notice how I'm going into hallways and stuff. Wait a minute, what's that? Oh, there's a glowing dagger. I don't want to try it on, it could be cursed garbage, but we will pick it up. Be kind of cool if it ends up being venom. Well, actually, they changed it, Dankest, where if you look up old combos where you played an assassin, they have changed it to where it says brigand. So if you look at my streak right now, it's comical because you will see a... Gosh, where is it? You will see a high elf brigand. Now, brigand did not exist. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, thank you. I've been handed coffee. So, yeah, high elf brigands the species in the background didn't exist in the same version of the game, but they've gone back and changed it. So there already are brigands in the streak. Now, as far as Delver, I can't think of a way to win Delver, no matter what species you play consistently. I mean, you could win it on your first try, and you could get the percentage chance of winning pretty high, but I think the best combo would probably be a Null Delver, just so you can get the maximum amount of stealth to start with. But even there, it's like you start on D5, dude. It's a crazy idea for a streak, you know, so I toyed with the idea of maybe doing a Null Delver for the tournament. It would certainly make for good Twitch content, but, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, because of Evering's true genius with the explore traps, it's even dumber than it sounds, because, yeah, you can be shafted even lower. It's ridiculous. Deep Dwarves are a bit like Duergar. Yeah, they're like evil dwarves, I suppose. But the way they work is they've been cursed by the gods to where they can't heal. So instead, you have to use their natural ability or some kind of god ability to heal. They have this heal wounds natural ability that takes away my magic points permanently and heals me a bit, like a potion of healing would. So we're going to be probably taking Makhleb. We're going to be hoping maybe we can find like a vampiric weapon or something. Elivalon is another option. If you're like a true Chad, you can make it work with other gods, but that's going to be harder, I guess, now that you don't get extra maximum magic points from training Evo. Still doable, though. Deep Dwarves are largely considered to be the best species in the game, and I think I would pretty much agree with that, although Gnolls are pretty close. Sort of depends. Depends on the start. Main reason I like Deep Dwarves the most is that in addition to all the fancy stuff that they get, like the fact that they have a very tiny amount of inbuilt damage reduction. Holy shit. That's a D1 buckler, are you kidding me? Hell yeah. In addition to that, they have some of the best natural magic resistance in the game. So even if you don't find any magic resistance early on, you can get cucked by Paralyze a little bit less often than other species. Okay, I'm gonna pick up these bolts. I'm gonna pick up the sling, although we're not gonna wear it because it could be cursed. There is a ring mail and a scale mail on the board. It's going to have invalidated the purpose of me training stealth, but I think that's okay. We're going to wear this because we want the AC. DDWr, the real thrill. What's up, Artagus? Alright, I'm going to heal before I go down because there could be all kinds of horse shit down here. Let's go down. Oh hey, some sweet little plate armor for me. Let's read this 2-stack. It was noise. You hear all kinds of shouting. Oh boy. That's okay, we'll come down a different staircase. Or not. Maybe we'll just chill out and fight here. He'll die of poison. I like to stay on the staircase if I can. Hey, buddy. Oh, there it is, a D2 null. I would like to kill these guys. I don't really want to fight both of them at once. Let's blow one of our boomerangs, and maybe one more just to kill him. Okay, he's dead. Cool. We'll bring up this guy. He doesn't have a weapon, so he's a little safer. We know that that leads there. This is a little unpleasant because there's only one way in and one way out, so if we have a problem pulling something up, it's going to be really bad, but because I'm a deep dwarf and I have a scroll of blinking as a warper, I will feel okay about this, I guess. It's too bad that our first 2-stack was noise. Okay, so that is a whole lot of, just a ton of altars for D2. If we weren't a deep dwarf, we would take Gozag immediately. But because I'm a deep dwarf, I kind of need to rely on some kind of healing. So none of these are really viable except for Kiku. I could play Kiku and try to be a necromancer guy. As a warper, my intelligence is not terrible. I could take Zen and swap to Eli. Personally, I find that playing Eli on a deep dwarf is, yeah, it's painful. It's very miserable. The healing is just really, it's really bad. And it takes so much piety. Unless you find a faith amulet, it's just miserable. This would have been a really interesting moment, I think, if we weren't a deep dwarf, because I would have wanted to pick between Gozag and Ashen Zari, and there would have been this whole calculus where it's like, well, do I care more about not getting shafted, or do I care more about having just the raw power of Gozag? And the calculus is more interesting now, I suppose, in 0.26, because, you know, far be it from me to give compliments to the devs because they're usually fucking things up, but the instant potion petition is gone on Gozag, so you get more immediate benefit, believe it or not, out of Ashen Zari now because you become immune to explore traps, whereas Gozag basically, well, he still does a lot for you at the start because you still have the aura, but I might have to give the edge to Ashen Zari depending on the combo. Anyway, I think we're just going to hold out for Makhleb so I can have a non-tiring game. I mean, technically you could go Gozag on Deep Dwarf and just use potion petitions to heal, but oh my god, if you don't find a vampiric weapon, it'd be kind of horrid. What's an explore trap? It's some stupid garbage that got added to the game a couple versions ago, where anytime I explore into the unknown black area of the game, so like this stuff over here, there's a chance that some kind of trap will just kind of magically trigger, and surprise, you are now shafted down to a floor that you can't handle. Okay, ordinarily I'd be terrified about this adder, but I'm a deep dwarf, so we're just going to tab him. Yeah, it's horseshit, isn't it? Or you could get teleported around the level, or you could get marked, and all the stuff on the level comes to you. It's no good, man. It's no good. Man, did I really burn through all my needles? I guess I did. Darts. Why punish the players for using a mechanic you put in the game to make the game nicer to play? Yeah, I don't know. See, so this is one of the reasons why I like forks more than mainline. The way that bcrawl does this is those kinds of traps don't really exist. However, when you go downstairs, you can be teleported. And when you go upstairs with enemies around you, you can be teleported instead of going upstairs, which I think is pretty good outside of the early game, where I would probably make it not exist for about 5 floors if I was in charge of bcrawl. But in the mid game, it's great because it breaks up the game, it makes it more interesting, and here's the crucial thing, is that you are fully in control. You're like always at full HP when you are going downstairs, you know? Hopefully. So, it's not necessarily the case when you're walking into the unexplored parts of the map. You gotta be shitting me. Okay, I can't fight with 2 gnolls attacking me. It's too much damage possible. Even with my sweet little DD. Oh! Well, that was terrifying. Glad that missed me. That's why you gotta be super duper careful about these guys. In fact, I'm going to heal where I've... yeah, I actually failed the first time, so it's good that I did that. But yeah, it's just really dangerous to fight gnolls on D2. For EV ninja dodging. Yeah, I'm not exactly playing the most optimal right now on account of the fact that I feel invulnerable from being a deep dwarf, but I probably shouldn't, because anything could happen, man. We could still run into the classic centaur with an acid wand. Not on this floor, but perhaps on the next. It only starts on D3 when that can happen. Okay. Let's grab the net. That's actually a really good find. Let's do the most important thing that you can possibly do in the game, which is make sure you put little shilling messages on every single one of your throwables. Because if you go to that Twitch, you can learn about Bitcoin. All right. Yeah, it's too bad we got all these altars and none of them were the ones that I really wanted. I mean, there are so many good gods though. The Gozag, Kiku's a win, Okawaru's pretty much a win, Ashen Zari. All of those things pretty much give very clean paths to victory. Zen, even. Zen is much less tiring to play than he used to be. Oh my. That is a wonderful find, the Wand of Paralysis. Less cool than it used to be, due to the fact that, again, I don't get magic from training evokes, but you better believe I'm going to train it to 5 with 3 aptitude. I mean, that's amazing. It's still a great, great find. Super, super powerful. No, they changed, actually, yeah, they did. You don't get extra magic from training evocations anymore. It's ridiculous. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I'm sure they had some dumbass justification for this, which was inconsistent. Let's try to explore close to staircases, yeah. Bye-bye spirit builds. Yep. Yep. I mean, I suppose I understand pooping on melee, but still. Okay, let's use this 2-stack. Identify. Let's identify some potions. Ooh. Baby, baby. 2-stack of curing, 2-stack of lignify. I'm sure you get... It would be... Bro, if they took away mana from invocations, that would be even dumber, because you need mana for some invocations. So... I don't think they did that, but honestly, I wouldn't put it past them. So, I guess we'll maybe find out this game. 2-stack. Teleport. Let's go up. Because I didn't want to teleport on that floor. Who knows where we could land, you know? Quarterstaff. That would be kind of a cool find if we hadn't already found this shield and weren't playing as the King Axeman. This is one of the ugliest D3 vaults you can get, with a very early Orc Priest. But as usual, Deep Dwarf just doesn't really care. He's already got 45 HP. These guys can do all of 17 damage per turn, which is a lot. Oh, sick, dude. +2 War Axe of Venom on this Orc. We have officially been fat paid. We just need a way to safely kill this thing. He can't actually do 17 to me. I think my GDR, my special Deep Dwarf damage reduction, make sure that I don't take the full 17. I probably take like 16 max. Anyway, we'll just use the wand is what we'll do, of course. Okay. You know what? With 2 Scrolls of Blinking, I'm going to be super greedy, and I'm going to stop read IDing things. Speaking of greed, actually, no, I'm just going to go in. Let's pull, let's pull. Let's burn a paralysis on him, because that's actually kind of a dangerous weapon. Of course, I probably should have done that to the guy with the dagger of venom, too. Training armor, well, I'm training shields right now, which some people might disagree with me on, I suppose, but that's because I've got, I mean, I found the buckler, and it doesn't take that much skill to remove the penalty. Personally, I don't think training armor or dodging is really worth it at this exact point in the game. But shields are huge, if you happen to have one. Oh shit. Oh yeah, he smited me immediately. So this was a mistake. What I should have done is I should have stood here and yelled for him to come to me. We're going to AF, full heal. We're going to rest. That's not quite as close as I would like, so we're going to take a step. Okay, this is really annoying what just happened because this guy is now in front of the priest. I cannot use my paralysis, so I made a bit of a mistake. So we're just going to have to fight him. 50% chance. 4 attempts. 5 attempts, and he finally gets paralyzed. We got a little bit memed there, I must admit. But we still have plenty of magic points to heal with. So we're good to go. There was a faded altar. We are not going to roll the dice on that unless someone gives me 10,000 bits. Alright, let's use the identify. What do we want the most? Given that I have 3 rings and an amulet, and that dagger for that matter, well, I could drop the dagger actually now that I have this axe. I kind of want to read, I kind of want to identify scrolls, so we can get remove curse maybe, and wear that stuff and get a big benefit. Amnesia. Boo. Let's drop noise, by the way. Let's drop this dagger. Probably drop the sling too, we won't need it. As sick as possible, and he dies instantly. Cool. So the big thing right now, probably, is to get my axes up. Since we have committed to axes really early, again, something I ordinarily wouldn't have done. Yeah, that's, Artagus is right. So the heavier armor you have, the better value you're getting out of your armor skill. But yeah, it's always going to be really low in the early game because you just don't have enough skill for it to matter. We are attacking so slow with this weapon, man. Nice. Identify again. We'll keep getting scrolls. We have magic mapping now. Oh, those are some early whites. Okay. They've changed Drain to where it takes away your maximum HP, so I really cannot fool around with these guys like I ordinarily do. I'm actually tempted to go ahead and use paralysis. Is that goofy? That might be a little goofy. I just don't trust it. I don't trust the new super drain. They were talking about it, how it wasn't like a big deal, but Well, I went shields 4 because that's the minimum to remove the delay on bucklers entirely. This is a +1 aptitude species. I might not have done that if it was a species with a negative aptitude. Alright, let's try to melee this and see how bad the drain is. It's not that bad. We can kill him fast enough. Yeah, okay. That's really not that bad. I probably didn't need to use those wands in that case. Fog. No remove curse. We're having a repeat of the last game where we just didn't get any remove curse. Shields are just really good in this game. Alright, neither of these are Makhleb. As fun as it would be to go Uskawa. The big reason I trained the shields was actually just to make sure it wasn't slowing down my weapon, you know? Uh-oh, I almost forgot. Very important. Okay. But yeah, Lignify, 2 Curing. This game is, I mean, even if we weren't a Deep Dwarf, I would feel very good about the situation in this game where we've got Blink, Teleport, Curing, and Lignify. And a shield. And a +2 Venom War Axe. I mean, we're gonna crush this game really quickly. Even without the Deep Dwarf power. I'm gonna magic map. Because there is a sewer. Trust the dude. Thank you, Artagus. Alright, let's go in. Yeah, we're a bit surrounded. Oh boy. Okay, that's all easy stuff to kill. I think Pergy might be at the end of this. Trying to stay on solid land here so my attacks aren't impacted. Wow. 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 That is 3 teleport and 1 blink. That's incredible. Pretty wonderful run so far, just in terms of loot. Really amazing luck. Although I guess that might be hard set. Okay, we want to drink flying is what we want to do. I'm literally just streaking. That's all I'm doing personally for the team. Do I have to fly? I have to fly if I want to get to the inside. I think that one of those... Well, we could blink across, but... Oh, wait a minute. Hey, you guys. You know, it turns out that I'm a warper and I forgot. Did you guys know that I'm a warper? Let's take this guy off. Let's blink across. Wear the armor again. When you're a deep dwarf, you just kind of forget about your book immediately and go straight to being a punch man. Or an axe man, rather. I think there might be bullfrogs or something. I better heal just to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't take your max MP. I do not think Warper is the best background, but it's fairly strong. It's a little bit, like I was saying, it's a little silly that I wasted my Deep Dwarf on it, but I don't think we're going to be going for like a 24 streak or anything. Oh, you're not serious? Okay. I mean, they're stronger than you would think is the thing. I mean, if you think about it, you start with 5 boomerangs of dispersal, which in theory you can even throw it yourself. As long as you do damage, you'll get blinked. You start with the blink scroll, which is an amazing panic button. Start with your choice of weapon, so you just take spear. Leather armor is perhaps not so good, but it's an okay start. It's serviceable. There are other starts I would not want to play in front of that, like Enchanter. I probably would have played DDEN, but I think that's on my streak already. Actually, no, it's not. Maybe I should have done DDEN. It's probably on YouTube, though. Halfling Warper, that does sound fun. That sounds very thematic. Beakroll Warper is more interesting. It's kind of a different arcane marksman. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, we have cash. Hell yeah. We get heal wounds and we get to identify heal wounds. Next up, we'll pick up resistance. We'll pick up ambrosia. Just kidding, we can't afford it. We'll mark all the things that I'd like to buy, though. Maybe I'll make a little mental note not to identify potions for the time being, but that's okay because I wanted to identify scrolls anyway for the old remove curse. Nope. Yeah, this is outrageous. We're on D5. Look at how many consumables we have. It's insane. Sometimes DCSS is just really generous. Not all the time. Not often, even. We're strong enough that I can avoid using enchant armor, enchant weapon for the time being. Hey, we even have a wand of random effects. Cool. Okay, Trog. Trog is a legitimate option for deep dwarves. You can use the second ability to you can use the second ability to keep yourself alive to gain HP. Although it's a weird sort of thing where you don't want to really do it until you get to the 5th and 6th pip of piety because it heals more. Yeah, it surprises me that you had too much trouble with Halfling Warper Artagus, because, like, you just use a sling as soon as you find one, you know? Maybe train some throwing off the bat. Book of Misfortune. If you don't get Fusty, you die? I disagree. I mean, you could just be... The thing is, Halflingers are, despite their low HP, they're not half bad. Heh half bad. At just being a melee dude, you know? You wouldn't think that would be the case, but... Okay, there is a glowing leather armor there that could be MR, but I don't have remove curse, so... Take that Okawaru, bro. But yeah, it's few and far between the games where you just don't find a Fusty. Especially if you're worshipping Oka. Alrighty, that is a rather early black bear. But we have probably the best weapon to be dealing with crap like that. Because even if he raged, he would be poisoned halfway to death before the rage started. Hello, you're invis. Probably just chill out until he stops being invis. Why deal with the extra mischance? Shit. Alright, we're gonna pull him up. I don't want to be confused. Sorry about the flashes. That's to warn me about such problems, you know? Like invisible things punching me in the face. Oh shit! I didn't even see Grinder that I'm blind. Wow, that would have been really bad. I'm extremely lucky that I didn't take damage there. That's outrageous. Instant tele first. I hit tab one time. That's all it takes, man, to lose a run. Oh, it was hugely scary. Well, we have okay AC is the thing. So I bet you he tried to attack me and didn't do any damage. Yeah, Grinder actually attacked me twice, and he got the pain brand off one time out of the two. Actually, he hit me 4 times, and 3 times it did no damage. So that's a combination of Deep Dwarf, damage reduction, and the fact that I have pretty good AC. And if he doesn't do damage to me, the pain brand doesn't kick in. We are unable to make this safe, so we're going to read Telly. We're going to go up. I'm going to swing. We're going to AF to heal. Okay. Okay, we're gonna make a little note. Make a little note that Grinder is here. I feel pretty bad actually about that that fat finger on the keyboard where I just didn't see Grinder, you know? Really quite bad. But yeah, we're not going back to that floor for a little while. I mean, but that's all it takes, man. One little misclick. You don't notice something fast enough, you know? World record run. It's like not that huge of a mistake, but it's enough. Grinder is small and sneaky. Well, he was standing on a suspiciously dark background. So my sad, tired boomer eyes did not necessarily spot him. But now he is parked on D5, and I'm on D6, so... Okay, there's Tremor Stones. That's kind of cool. Can't afford, though. I'll buy the Curing, because why not? That's a War Axe of Flaming. It's better than Venom, and it's a +4, so I would like to purchase that. And it's rather inexpensive. Holy shit. No. 39 damage a turn from her. That's early for her, too. Huh. However, her MR is terrible, so... Problem is that she can two-shot me, so I feel pretty bad about duking it out with her, because, like... One little mistake, or just like I don't land my paras, and I just kind of die. 26, 39. Yeah, she can do almost 80 damage to me in 2 turns if I don't have fire resist. We probably let's see, more resistance is available. We probably go ahead and drink. Yeah, we probably go ahead and drink resistance after taking a step. See if let's say I'm not sure. Boom, she can't see me there. I know for sure because I checked with the exclusion. So we go here. That gives us a little time to drink some consumables if we want to. We could skip D6, but I don't want to skip 2 floors in a row. And the reason for that is, like, I'm already annoyed that I can't go upstairs for safety. I don't want to have that problem again if I can avoid it. And I know I have the resources to deal with this. I can have the damage that she does. Taking me to, like, what is it? At least 4 turns of survival versus her bolt. You know? That 39 damage gets halved. And that's the maximum anyway. And I can always blink away. Well, actually I can't because I'm mesmerized, but I can always AF or read telly a bunch. AF a bunch or read telly, rather. Let's go like this. She has a pretty sick weapon, too. +0 glaive, that's big damage. We will drink the resist. Shout, you hear shout. Come on over here, baby. You're an orc. Shit. Okay, I know what's happening. The server's lagging. That's why. 'Cause things are really delayed. I think that's exactly why I messed up with Grinder a minute ago. There we go, we got the para immediately. I'm a little surprised that the server's lagging. That is a Swamp Dragon scale. Are we DD streaking now? I'm just getting my DD of the tournament out of the way. You knew I was going to do one at some point. Let's see, AC goes to 10. Drops 3 from the plate armor, but I gain a ton of evasion. And I don't think I really lose much GDR, and I get our poise. Yeah, doesn't he? I've never had Kelby lag during a tournament. Ever. But, hey Bobby Snobby, what's up, buddy? I mean, maybe just more people are playing on this particular server. Maybe it picked up all the dudes who used to play on, Veritato. Okay, this is kind of shitty. This is the corrupt temple, so we may be screwed out of Makhleb entirely. Oh, okay, no we're not. Good. Well, I mean, if it stays this bad, I'm probably going to want to stop streaming because this is like a horrid amount of lag. Let's heal wounds. Let's go up. Let's not fight two of these guys at once, yeah? I think I can just melee them. Yeah, we're good. Makhleb will start healing me before too long. I said something about not liking the constrict scroll failure chance, but it replaces the hidden blink failure chance in DCSS. Okay, so here's why I don't like it. Number one, I don't like the hidden blink failure chance to begin with. You should have just gotten rid of that. No, I'm aware of that mechanic, believe me. There's no way you could streak 50 wins without knowing about that. That's the exact kind of situation that gets a character killed when they're least suspecting it. But yeah, the reason I don't like it is because you've actually made the situation worse, because now you can't even read like telly or something safely. So personally, I think it just restricts the player's options a little bit more than I would like. But maybe I'm just picky. How fast are we attacking? We're attacking at speed 1. That means I'm going to train some fighting. The value of evocable blink goes up a lot. Right, and you know, maybe if I play a few games with that in effect, I'll decide that's important. But I do think it kind of pigeonholes the player into now they have to go pick up blink if it's available. They have to pick up blink in the form of an item or a spell. I wouldn't say it was low value before, but I'd say it's much higher value now. Lignification breaks, constrict. Yeah, but then you're stuck in tree form, bro. Why do I want to be a tree in the horrible situation that I'm trying to escape? I mean, there are some cases where that'll work, but in general, when you're in a bad situation where you're like really wanting to get out, you're about to die, the last thing you want is to be stuck there with no EV. This is largely an issue because of BVC, by the way. Grasping roots or whatever. You know, whatever the equivalent is called for monsters. That was a short bow of freezing. I didn't even see. If I want to be cute, we can... Okay, we're going to drop all of our stones and stuff now. We're going to keep the arrows, and maybe we can swap with the short bow of freezing for some cheeky ranged attacks. It was actually a Palantonga Wanderer, but yeah, we won. It was pretty straightforward after we finished that relatively horrid Lair 2. We found a +11 short sword, and we found Kriya's mail coat, so that was the death knell of any difficulties. Actually, I'm silly. I'm wearing a shield. I can't short bow it up. Why is that, Artagus? I think that B-Crawl overall is more challenging than mainline, and I think that's good. It's more challenging in interesting ways, I should say. I would still be in favor of some changes that make it easier in certain ways. Like, for example, I would still make it so the staircase telly doesn't start until about D5. I would probably remove the constrict thing. Oh, he wants you to lose your streak, I see. There are a few changes I'd make to it, but overall I think it's definitely going in the right direction. Let's identify scrolls. We got Fear. We now have all the best scrolls. Somehow we still have no Remove Curse, though. Guess I'm glad I didn't go Ashen Zari. Not that I would on Deep Dwarf anyway, but still. +4 dagger. You can do that in mainline, too. You play careful enough. I should not have dropped my stones because of this exact monster. But that's okay, we got him. Oh, it was Morg? Well, that doesn't count. Alright, we're at the point where it would behoove me to train a bit of defenses. Very low amount of experience investment required. Yes, I played Dungeons of Dreadmore. I found it very slow and very awkward, I guess, in terms of you have all these choices available to you, and it's very overwhelming when really there's only a couple that are super viable. for getting to the end of the game. And then the crafting system feels like it was just sort of pooped on top of it without too much forethought, you know. It's not to say I hate the game, it just doesn't feel like it was finished. Yeah, it feels like they played DCSS and they were like, we're gonna make like a casual version of this and maybe not quite finish it. I have not played Crown Trick, although a lot of people have told me I should check it out. I'm gonna be really happy when Makhleb starts actually healing me. When does that happen? Actually, supposedly that's already happening, but it gets better as you gain more piety. Oh boy, that's a two-headed ogre. He is going to get dabbed on, but we have to be very careful about the way that we do it. I am using the random effects. He could get hasted. But I'm on a staircase, so that's okay. Also, he was teleporting. So, random effects didn't quite work out for me there. Want some more evocations? He would be dead if I had more evocations. Okay, we have 4 more random effects. I guess that I could just... Maybe this will work. Also... I just realized we can blink in these Swamp Dragon scales. I should probably train some T-Lokes. Just a little bit more. I don't usually train this many things at once, but it's fine. I want a full heal, because he can't really one-shot me right now. And we have Blink Scroll. Okay, so what we do from here is we blink. If I didn't have Blink Scroll, I wouldn't be playing the most dangerous game here, you know? 1, 2, 3, attack. Missed him. I need to do some math. 15 plus 20, 35, plus the clubs, which are 20 each, 55, 75. He cannot kill me with my GDR, plus being a deep dwarf. As sick as possible. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I can just walk away. He'll die. He got random energy there. AF. Swing. Got him. Well, you know what? Mr. Two-Headed Ogre was worth enough experience that he got me through all that, so... Got me to all the breakpoints I wanted. I should have walked in a slightly different path, by the way. I should have gone like this. I made a mistake by walking like that. Which let him catch up to me, not just because of the random energy, but because it was just a bad path. Okay, there's nothing more on this floor that I care about. Let's go down. How many whites is this game going to throw at me? Wand of Acid based. Actually, I guess quite literally not based. Because it's an acid, get it? Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Let's drop Amnesia, I'm not gonna need it. Hey, what's up, Adort? I hear you really like my jokes. Ah, shit. This is not good, because we could get confused next to the old two-headed ogre. Let's take the hatch. It's actually a good joke. Oh, thank you. No, my decks. Ultra Judas 4, huh? Alright, let's swing. 2, 3. Yeah, he'll die of the poison. Since the two-headed ogre is very sick. I'll just swing on him one more time, it should be okay. Again, with the blink scroll, I could get out of any problems that the big damage ogre could do. Okay, we got the warg entrance to lair, which is annoying in the best of times, but right now it's extra obnoxious due to the fact that I'm using a War Axe of Venom, but it's okay because a War Axe +2 is still quite strong. How was this combo decided on? I just decided it. I was like, gee, I have to play a Deep Dwarf at some point in the tournament if I want to do a full streak. Of course I'm going to play a Deep Dwarf. And so I didn't really want to play an Enchanter, which technically probably would have been the best use of this combo, or best use of this super strong species, so I just decided I wanted to have a nice milk run type game while also not, while also knocking out one of the classes that is somewhat subpar. I'm a little bit out of practice, so... You think Necromancer is the best use of DD? There's a lot of caster races out there. Necromancer is really, really good. There's a lot of different goals of the tournament, but basically there's different categories where you get points from doing different things. And one of those is streaking, which is what I'm doing for the tournament, for my team. Other people are trying to win fast games in real time. Other people are trying to win fast games in turn count. I think Enchanter is best personally, because Enchanter is just a total dogshit class. Unless you want to burn Minotaur or, I guess, Knoll on there. Enchanter is by far the worst class in the game outside of the joke classes like CK and now Delver. No, I do not like Spriggan Enchanter. Legitimately one of the worst, iconic combos. Okay. Found our way to lair. Probably go ahead and do lair. I do wish I had my +4 War Axe of Flaming, but you're 1 out of 1 on Muck base. Oh boy. Immediately we run into the guy who is arguably more powerful than a Hydra in some ways. However, we used random effects and he immediately got paralyzed. Alright, so Enchanter's bad because basically you just don't start with good enough stuff. Your first spell is Corona, which is okay. You know, it makes things... yeah, I do have our poise. It makes things more likely to be hit, which I suppose... quickens how quickly you can kill things. And you do start with a +1 dagger, so that's pretty cool. But the problem is you have no panic buttons whatsoever. So it's a big issue where if something bad happens on Enchanter, you're just kind of boned, basically. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna make you sick. 43% chance to paralyze Urug. I really didn't want to see Urug on layer 1, but this is not the worst unique I could have found. Quivering 7 javelins. If I had like a potion of might identified, I'd probably use it. We could use minor destruction on Urug, but we have no invocation, so that'd be a bit silly. Huh. You know, I tell you, we probably just... We have tons of healing. We just do this. We just wait for this. We just go... Honestly, we'll go ahead and use a net. And then we'll acid. We've now reduced both AC and EV to basically nothing. Go down, and we just start beating ass. Good. And that was probably overkill. I probably wasted my net there, but I think it was... Uru can do an awful lot of damage, so I don't feel bad about that, really. A Demon Trident of Freezing would be an endgame weapon for us, but because I am Deep Dwarf, I am just married to axes because there's no reason for me not to hold out for the best weapon in the game, which is a broad axe. Thank you. Thank you, Gary Burton. Trident might be better for now. You might be right. I don't think it's going to be better than the +4 War Axe of Flaming, though. If I get surrounded, remember there are vaults that can dump a Guardian Serpent on my head here, and then I'm surrounded, and I just kind of have to fight it out, as they say. Identify. We now have the luxury of trying on all these beautiful rings. I have unfortunately where ID'd Faith, which is something I typically don't want to have on Makhleb because I'm not using his piety really. I almost never train invocations on Makhleb, believe it or not. However, there's no other amulet available, so I guess it's whatever. Okay. Okay, these are good rings. Some of these rings are good rings. Okay, let's remove curse. Why don't I train any invo? Well, on other species that happen to find themselves in the unfortunate position of worshipping Makhleb, I say unfortunate because while Makhleb gets you a win if you play carefully, I find it to be, personally, I find it to be one of the worst, like least fun gods to play because he actually rewards you more and helps you more if you play recklessly. Which I don't obviously want to do. You know, most of the things that he does that help you, you're getting hit points, right? But if you need to heal mid-combat, you've probably made a mistake. So, anyway, what I was trying to say was, if I'm not like a Deep Dwarf, yeah, I might need the lesser demons just to get myself out of certain situations, but on this particular type of character, I'm so goddamn strong that I'd rather just train more defenses and more axes and stuff, you know? But yeah, I may have to end up training invocations just to get the MP. Then again, maybe I just train spellcasting and become the ultimate blink artist. Maybe get Pog online even. Can we afford? Oh baby, we can afford. What else is DD training if not some info? 27 fighting armor dodging axes. Evocations, even. I mean, would you rather... Okay, so let's say we're playing a sane version of the game where you're still getting experience for evocations. Would you rather have 20 invo or 20 evo? How much damage can you do at range? Yeah, I'm gonna heal a little bit. I do not have RC. Oh, Lesser Demon is an incredibly powerful god ability. Really, don't get me wrong. I'm not denigrating Lesser Demon. I just think it's unnecessary is all for certain combos, especially Deep Dwarfs. Well, Greater is great for fun and horrible for winning. You just kind of spam it, hoping that you get an Executioner Demon, and then when you get anything else, you're sort of sad. Sacks of Spiders, yeah. Well, even without Sack of Spiders, I think 20 Evo is pretty legit. There's no reason really to get 27 Evo now. You know, I used to max out on Evo because Sack of Spiders was so valuable. See, look at this situation. I can just kind of melee this crap. Wouldn't want to do that with a trident at this point in the game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, shafted. Do I have digging? Nope. Acid clouds were always sick, man. But yeah, I guess they're especially sick with Condenser Vein. I hope we find one of those early. Condenser Vein is the one new item that I'm not sitting there looking with the side eye like, what the hell are you guys thinking? Like, Condenser Vein is really quite fun, I must admit. Condenser Vein is a rechargeable thing that replaced Cloud Wand, which just kind of dumps a 3x3 grouping of clouds on every enemy on the screen and doesn't hit you, but it will hit your allies. Well, yeah, no, I agree entirely. Cloud Wand was more interesting because it was more tactical. I do find it funny that, like, Ebbering and all the other new devs don't seem to, how do I put this? They seem to have like a totally ass backwards idea of what tactical means, because you'll see their justifications for changes like that, and they'll say, oh well, this is more tactically interesting because it's random, or you don't get to select where it goes anymore. And I'm thinking, really, is that really is that what tactical means? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna burn a little bit of Disintegrate just to soften these fellas up. If I need to heal, I will. Our defenses aren't as good as they might seem, but this is what a buckler does for you, man. At 12 AC and 14 EV, I'm tanking huge groups of yaks, you know? Well, in some ways, Vayne is more powerful than... in a lot of ways, actually, Vayne is more powerful than Cloud Wands ever was. I mean, now I have infinite Cloud Wands over a long enough period of time, you know? Whoops, did not mean to go down there. Randomness is not tactical, but they seem to think so. They tried to argue that the new... shit, I wanted to be in that kill hole. They tried to argue that the new... what is it called? Lightning Spire is more tactical because it goes into a random location. It's the goofiest thing I've heard in my life. Okay, you can't control where this thing goes now, so... it's a much more tactical experience, bro. Alright, I'm gonna heal. I hate to be burning my heal wounds so much, but it is what it is. Let's acid this fella. Does he resist poison? Oddly enough, he does not. Okay, we will throw darts. We will swing. He blows dust at me. We move away. Blows dust at me. We move away. Get some more dart action. Swing. Swing. He is not acided anymore, but I think I can just swing and win. It's not even poisoned anymore. There we go. Just needed one big hit, really. I mean, I can kind of see where they're coming from with that stuff, Bobby Snobby, but it feels like somebody with like a tube huffing their own farts, basically, at this point, every time I read one of their justifications, so I try not to do it anymore. Hope you enjoyed that visual. Yeah, we need better defenses. Or I'm going to be self-healing and running myself out of all my mana. I like how I got shafted and I just decided to do this floor. 11 charges of paralysis, hell yeah. Okay, this is somewhat ugly. It's not too bad, though. Centaurs in melee really can't do anything to me. Hey, buddy. You can paralyze me. You're by yourself. I don't care. I'll heal just to be sure. Am I not trading invocations at all? I am not. For the time being, I am not. That opinion may change. We will see. Oh my fucking god, it says, you feel strong-willed. It's just a cloak of magic resistance, oh my god. Willpower. However, that's a really good find, so I shouldn't make fun of their dumbass name too much, because I am happy to have it. In fact, that's all the MR I'll ever need in the entire game, I think, due to being a deep dwarf. Actually, I might be remembering wrong. I might need 2 to be totally immune. I don't really want to be fighting these spider monsters, especially near the 7-headed Hydra. should be okay, though. Okay, yeah, I'm okay. More like 6-headed Hydra, am I right? More like 5-headed Hydra, am I right? Oh, shit, let's heal. Okay, I shouldn't have swung there. We should have healed. In fact, because I'm being an absolute madman, let's drink a heal wounds. You know. So I don't just meme myself too badly here, you know. Just taking wild and crazy risks that I don't need to be taking, you know. Okie dokie. I think I'm just going to keep training armor and dodging. Do I want to... Gosh, do I want to just commit to Swamp Dragon armor and start enchanting that? Probably not. 17 AC, 16 EV. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Tell you what I want. What I want is a bigger shield. Shafted than clearing the floor anyway. Well, that's the prerogative of being a deep dwarf, really. Why am I trading fighting over axes? Not paying enough attention, basically. Ordinarily, I'd be doing it for the HP, but that's a little slightly goofy on a deep dwarf. But yeah, with the aptitudes, I shouldn't be doing that at all. I should be... Well, you'll notice that I've now set my target to 20. We're going straight to Broadaxe Mendeley now. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.